What's up, y'all? Ray here. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing and short overview. Words are hard, apparently. A short overview and review of Festool's CT-15 dust extractor. This is their budget line, or entry level, if you will, of their dust extractors. It's not anything like the 26, the 36, or the 48 that have a bigger volume and have a little more bells and whistles, if you will. So the thing is, with this one, it does come in at $3.99 in comparison to some that start at $5.49, $6.59, $7, $8. I mean, some of them, if an ultimate setup can get up to like $1,500, and that's a back alone, like boom arm and different things like that. So let's get this thing open, and I'm gonna show you exactly what all comes in the box. So check it out. I got this because I have been tired of using my big dust extractor over here, if you can see it, for using my ETS 125 with, and it's a nightmare. I mean, I have to have a Y splitter on it. Everything is down here, that's why I'm pointing down here. After the Y splitter, I have to change the ports, and then I have to have a reducer, and then I have to use the Rockler Dust Right port, and which this, it's kind of a heavy hose, and I made a mistake, and I bought the one that retracts, thinking that to save space, and it just, it's a constant fight. So this will definitely help out a lot with that, so I'm really excited for that. So just on the top part alone, it comes with the hose, which this is the cheaper of the hose, but you can get the extra hose for $130 that does the anti-static. This is just the basic hose. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Got a little information, Hartville's where I got this from, your warranty, and everything about it. I'm not going to show you all my information. So definitely register those. And then it looks like, all right, let's just get straight into this. And here is the dust extractor. So this thing comes in at 30 pounds. Well, that's how much the package was, at least. And it's got a good weight to it. So first of all, you can tell there are a few different features from this one, and the MIDI and the Mini, so MIDI or MINI, and the 26, 36, and 46 or 48. It is the size, of course. It is the 3.6 gallon, which in comparison to a shop vac, you can get those significantly bigger for a significantly lower price tag. However, the thing is, you are going to get the HEPA filter, which most shop vacs do not have a HEPA filter. Yes, you can spend $100 on one of those. Yes, you're spending $400 on one of these, but you're not going to get as many extra features and things like the auto start, the variable control on the flow, and different things like that. One thing I really did not like about this model, which I realize that it is something that whenever you get into the next level, which is the Mini or the MIDI, but it does add on an extra, I think it's like almost $200 to $250, is you can't hold sustainers on here, which is a bummer. However, you can get a garage, is what they call it, to swap it out. You can see there are these 4 screws right here on top, and then there's a couple right here where this whole thing just pops off and you just replace it. Actually, it seems like it's just this top part right here, but you just swap it off, and then you're able to actually get your sustainer, put it right here, and then lock it in, and then, but yeah, that doesn't happen with mine. So a couple things to note with this one. It is like most of the other dust extractors. It has 130 CFM in comparison to 137. So it is not much on the power level that is really gonna make or break on which model you get. It is the size, it's the capability, which Bluetooth or not, it's got a brake or not, and different features pretty much. It's not anything that has to do with power itself. So just looking at this one right here, I digress on what I'm originally getting at. This is the CT-15, as I said before. It is a solid dust extractor. It does have the HEPA filter, which is really nice because I have been using this big guy in a shop vac for years and gets the job done. However, it's not as easy and efficient as using something like this with a HEPA filter and with a bag. So you can see that the HEPA filter does go right here, which is really nice because I've heard of older models actually having to You have to disassemble the entire thing and get everything apart before you can get the HEPA filter itself. Another thing you might note is right here, there is a cleaner. It's essentially just like a little thing that like cleans off the HEPA filter for you without having to take it out and you compressed air and stuff. On the bigger models or the more upgraded models, however you want to put that. But for me and what I need it for, it's not a make or break sort of thing. So, and then also you do have a port right here on the side to attach your hose and to be able to make it into a blower, which 130 CFM, which means that this thing is not going to be blowing a ton of stuff out. So don't think that you're going to be using this to like dry your car off after you wash it and stuff. Like I said before, it does have the spot for the auto on feature. So whenever you have your sander here plugged in, once you do turn it on, this will automatically kick on, and then whenever you turn it off, this will stay on for a few seconds, and then it'll clear the hose, and then it will shut off automatically. So like I said before, it does have the variable controls, so you have high, medium, low, stuff like that, very low. A really nice button here. It's got like a rubber feel to it. It's not very tactile. And then manual on and off. So that's what man stands for. So there's that. So that's great. And then also to get the actual vac off itself, you just simply remove these and then it pops right up. So another thing right here on the front, the bigger models or the mini or the midi actually have a brake right here, which it's not a big deal for me. That's not a make or break thing, if you will. Where you can push this in and it has a little thing that comes down to hold it from moving anywhere. That's only if you're working outside or doing anything like that and you need it to just stay stationary. For me, that's not a big deal, so it doesn't really matter to me. So checking out the top of the hood, because this is where some of the other things are at. This is where the hose is, or not the hose. This is not a hose. This is a hose. This is a power cord. Really thick, very durable. So this seems like it's gonna be able to take a beating and be totally fine and not mess up. So up here in the top of the vac itself, I can tip this over without closing the door. You can see that this is where the hose goes, and then it has a couple little accessories here. Nothing fancy, nothing major, but a couple little accessories that are gonna get you going and help you to be able to do what you need for most applications. Because this is the smaller one, it's not anything that's like gonna be, you know, coming with a ton of accessories, you know, extra bells and whistles and stuff like that, because like I said, it is the entry-level one. So it's gonna have, you know, not the best hose, or not their top of the line hose, not all the accessories. It's not gonna have all the extra bells and whistles. So to get it going, you simply push it in there, push the hose in there, push it out the front, put it out the front, close that up, and then you have where you can hook up your sander. So you can take this one off, which this is okay, but just there's not a perfect fit for that one. And then I am able to get untangled with all the cords, and then I'm able to get this and put it and connect it, and it is snug on there. It actually turns and locks in there. So that's really nice, and I like that a lot. So, and then it looks like it's got a spot where you can open and close. I'm not really sure what all that does, but I guess I will figure that out. Let's see if I can kind of look in there. Oh, it's got like a little extra inlet, I guess, to kind of reduce the amount of flow in there or something, or just to add some extra. I don't know, I really like this hose though. So the one thing I am gonna need to get, I'm over here getting all tangled up. One thing I am gonna need to get is I have these clips that will actually hold this cord onto here, and then I'll be able to just leave this on here and then just pretty much have this set up. And so that way this just kind of all stays together. So, and then also with the hose, what you can do is when you're done with it, you unplug this, you get this. Let's see if I can do this without making things all crazy. Oh, so you cannot. So that's something that I didn't even realize myself, because this is not the garage. What you do is there should be something that it is in here. Let's put this side. Yeah, so here is the bungee cord. Here's a little more information. Guess I should have got everything out. This is the instruction booklet. And then this is the bag itself. So it shows you how to put it in. Looks like you lay it flat. You clip it. Looks like you lay it in here. There's a couple little spots that you put it on, and it holds itself in there. And that kind of gives you a little idea of like what to do. So, gotcha. And then this would simply, you can see that's where the HEPA filter is at, and the dust port itself. We're gonna break something over here. Now we are set to go. And then, so I don't make an even bigger fool of myself, you get this. Let's see, because I'm gonna do this without reading the instructions. It looks like you put, hold that note, let's see. Sometimes they have like a quick start guide. It's the warranty, with the buyer's guide, which I'm really bummed because some places that you go, they will actually include a Festool shirt. However, I purchased this from the Hartford and they were out of shirts, so super bummed about that. So Festool, if you see this video, I really would like a shirt. Hint, hint. Okay, so it seems like it loops around. There it is. Okay, so I had that kind of mixed up, but this simply goes in. Okay, I'm a little confused. Does that just kind of hold in there? It's like they just like. They're holding. I mean, they just like go in a hole and just like kind of hold off onto the side. So you can now get your hose. Make sure they're on there, which this bungee cord is not messing around. So that's not the easiest thing to get on there because it is, I mean, it is tight. It is taut. It's all, you know, get out. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I might take it off. But, so, just kind of some more technical information. Like I said, it's a HEPA filter. It's 130 CFM. It's relatively quiet. I mean, but whenever you have a sander going and then you have this thing going, if you've got it going on low, I mean, the sander is going to get kind of loud. So, but it is definitely a lot quieter than my big dust extractor. The bags are inexpensive. I think they're only like $8. The HEPA filters, which I hear that you can replace these, but everyone I hear that as long as you use the bags, you don't really have to, you know, replace these. You just need to really clean them off and then get them nice and clean. I'm gonna put them right back. I really want to get the extra garage later on. That would be really nice. It flows really well, like it glides really well. I mean, these front casters look kind of cheap, but they do their job. The backs have some rubbery material or rubber material on the back. I don't know, I'm saying rubbery material. And then what else on the technical side of it? Yeah, it's good for all of their sanders. It's not the most, I mean, it's not the biggest thing out there. So you're not gonna need to, or you're not gonna want to use this for like any like table saws or anything like that. I don't think I would even use this for like a miter saw. Just with the sheer fact of how small it is, I would probably go with something bigger, like the mini, or not the mini, the 36 or the 48. But for smaller applications and just using this for sanding, I think this thing is absolutely perfect. So I definitely think that if you are looking to get into the Festool dust extractors, this is definitely the way to go. This is my first dive into the dust extractors, and I think it's gonna be in my shop forever. So until I do get something bigger for other tools. Yeah, and I really think that if you want something that is a solid build with yes, a hefty price tag. This is definitely the way to go because a lot of other vacs, dust extractors with HEPA filters, with the auto on, typically start around $650. So thank you guys for watching. I really would appreciate it if you like, subscribe. This is my first video on this channel. I used to do YouTube on my tech page whenever I did reviews for them, but I'm trying to start it up on this woodworking stuff. So like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, all the things. I'm doing all the new things. I don't really know how to do all my intros and outros and stuff, but thanks for watching, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one, and I will do a follow-up review on this after I've used it for probably a few months and let you know exactly how I feel about this dust extractor. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see y'all in the next one.